Archers climbed the rampart as the night concealed the plain. Every bow was drawn in silence, every torch endured the rain. Then the enemy came forward and the dark became a scar, till the sky was filled with fire. Burning arrows crossed the stars. I thought the walls would fall before them. I thought the gods had lost their heart. Then heaven strengthened every watcher. Arrows burned above the rampart. Arrows burned above the rampart. Grace flew through the night. Mercy guarded every watchman standing wounded in the fight. What had come to break the city? Man of faith that would not part. God became our shield and refuge. Arrows burned above the rampart. Some had lost their shields to thunder, some had scarcely strength to aim. Some had watched their brothers falling, still they whispered heaven's name. I had thought that brave men never felt their courage torn apart, till I saw them pray while trembling with their arrows at the rampart. Not by hatred for the enemy, not by hunger for reward, but to God the ones behind them, they entrusted all to God. Arrows burned above the rampart. Grace flew through the night. Mercy guarded every watchman standing wounded in the fight. What had come to break the city? Men of faith that would not part. God became our shield and refuge. Arrows burned above the rampart. Set my prayer upon the arrow, set your purpose in my hand. Keep my heart from loving violence while you teach my feet to stand. If the darkness climbs the fortress, if the siege begins to start, let your courage burn within me like the arrows on the rampart. Arrows burned above the rampart. Grace flew through the night. Mercy guarded every watchman standing wounded in the fight. What had come to break the city? Man of faith that would not part. God became our shield and refuge. Arrows burned above the rampart. as the water reached his side. Behind them burned the villages, before them waited winter. Still the Lord moved through the crossing. Battle horses crossed the river. I thought the flood would break formation, I thought the cold would make us shiver. Then mercy carved a road through danger. Battle horses crossed the river. Battle horses crossed the river. Grace moved through the foam. Mercy led the weary riders far beyond the smoke of home. What had stood between the faithful and the road that God delivered could not stop the marching promise. Battle horses crossed the river. Some had wounded men behind them, some had children in their care. Some had carried final letters, some had nothing but a prayer. I'd feared the hidden current, feared my strength would not deliver, but the Lord became my footing as we crossed the raging river. Not because the path was easy, not because the waves were small, but because the hand of heaven would not let his people fall. Battle horses crossed the river. Grace moved through the foam. Mercy led the weary riders far beyond the smoke of home. What had stood between the faithful and the road that God delivered could not stop the marching promise. Battle horses crossed the river. Lead me through the rising water, lead me when the banks are gone. Keep my hands upon the promise, keep my spirit moving on. If the river hides the roadway, if the cold begins to shiver, let your presence guide my footsteps like the horses through the river. Battle horses crossed the river. Grace moved through the foam. Mercy led the weary riders far beyond the smoke of home. What had stood between the faithful and the road that God delivered could not stop the marching promise. Battle horses crossed the river. Battle horses crossed the river, and the morning found them free. For the Lord had led them safely through the restless rising stream. Battle horses crossed the river, and the morning found them free. For the Lord had led them safely. Bronze shields reflected the dawn as the armies formed the line. Every surface caught the sunlight, every edge began to shine. But beneath the polished metal, every soldier carries scars. And the morning found their weakness before it found the coming war. I thought the glowing strength and glory, I thought the fear it all withdrawn. Then mercy showed the hearts behind them. fire. Some had questioned every order, some had lost their old desire. I had thought the shield defined me, thought the armor made me strong, but the Lord saw through the bronze and knew where I belong. Not by brightness, not by beauty, not by what the eyes applaud, but by trusting inside the trembling, the warrior stands with God. Bronze shields reflected the dawn, grace shone through the field. Mercy touched the tired warriors hidden there behind the shield. What appeared like strength and splendor held 1,000 prayers unspoken. Got to pass the shining armor to the hearts already broken. Look beyond the shield I carry, look beyond the polished face. See the fear I keep from others, meet it there with holy grace. If the world admires my armor, while my spirit feels withdrawn, let your mercy reach behind it when the bronze reflects the dawn. Bronze shields reflected the dawn, grace shone through the field. Mercy touched the tired warriors hidden there behind the shield. What appeared like strength and splendor held 1,000 prayers unspoken. Got to pass the shining armor to the hearts already broken. Mercy touched the tired warriors hidden there behind the shield. What appeared like strength and splendor held 1,000 prayers unspoken. Got to pass the shining armor to the hearts already broken. Bronze shields reflected the dawn, but their brightness soon was gone. Only God remained beside us when the battle carried on. Captives heard the distant trumpet through the stones beneath the ground. Every chain became a witness, every heart received the sound. And no one knew which army sounded, no one saw the banners yet. Still the prisoners rose together when they heard the distant trumpet. I thought the walls had killed all promise, I thought the world would soon forget. Then mercy crossed the buried chambers. Captives heard the had fled, but because the sound of promise raised the living from the dead, captives heard the distant trumpet, grace entered every cell, mercy gave the chained a message, freedom still could break the spell. What the prison called eternal, heaven had not finished yet. Hope awakened in the darkness, captives heard the distant trumpet. Sound your promise through my prison, sound it through the walls of shame. Let me hear the coming freedom, let me call upon your name. If the chains remain around me, if no doorway opens yet, keep my spirit turned toward heaven, listening for the distant trumpet. Captives heard the distant trumpet, grace entered every cell, mercy gave the chained a message, freedom still could break the spell. What the prison called eternal, heaven had not finished yet. Hope awakened in the darkness, captives heard the distant trumpet. Desert stars guided the regiment through the silence of the sand. Every road had disappeared there, every map failed in our hands. No bright tower marked the distance, no green valley promised rest. Still the heavens drew a path away for the tired moving west. I thought the night had left us stranded, I thought the dunes would hide our steps. Then mercy rode across the darkness, desert stars guided the regiment. Desert stars guided the regiment. Desert stars guided the regiment. Grace shone through the night, mercy led the way. rights are wrong. Let your smallest light be plenty to keep weak feet moving on. If the wilderness surrounds me, if my strength is nearly spent, let your promise shine above me like the stars above the regiment. Desert stars guided the regiment. Desert stars guided the regiment. Grace shone through the night. Mercy led the weary soldiers by a distant faithful light. What the daylight left uncertain, heaven's lanterns represented. God remained above the journey. Desert stars guided the regiment. Desert stars guided the regiment till the eastern sky was bright. For the Lord had walked before them through the silence of the night. Oh. Fallen spears mark the border where the armies once had stood. Every shaft was split and weathered, every point was dark with mud. No one knew which side to raise them, no one praised the old disorder. Only rust remained to witness. Fallen spears marked the border. I thought the line would stand forever. I thought the hatred held its order. Then mercy crossed what men divided. Fallen spears marked the border. mercy crossed the ground of conflict. Men had labeled yours and mine. What was guarded through aggression lost its power and its order. God called enemies to healing. Fallen spears mark the border, but the grass grew through the steel, and the Lord began restoring what the armies could not heal. Gideon's men came to the river, tied beneath the burning sky. Every soldier bent toward water, every throat was cracked and dry. Some knelt down without watching, some stayed ready to deliver, and the Lord revealed his choosing as the men drank from the river. I thought the strongest would be chosen, I thought the many would deliver. Then heaven searched the heart and posture as Gideon's men drank from the river. Gideon's men drank from the river. Grace selected faithful hands. Mercy formed a smaller army that would follow his commands. What looked weak before the nations would become the Lord's deliverer. His chosen servants as they drank beside the river. Thousands left the camp behind them, only few remained to fight. Not because the few were fearless, not because the swords were bright. I had measured hope by numbers, counted every bow and quiver, but the Lord reduced the army by the waters of the river. Not by multitudes or boasting, not by strength that men consider, but by those who stayed attentive. God would free his people's river. Gideon's men drank from the river. Grace selected faithful hands. Mercy formed a smaller army that would follow his commands. What looked weak before the nations would become the Lord's deliverer. They're his chosen servants as they drank beside the river. Test my heart beside the water, test the way I rest and drink. Keep me watchful in the blessing, keep me faithful when I think. If you strip away my numbers, if my strongest plans grow thinner, let me trust the God of Gideon, who brings victory through the fewer. Gideon's men drank from the river. Grace selected faithful hands. Mercy formed a smaller army that would follow his commands. What looked weak before the nations would become the Lord's deliverer. God, his chosen servants as Hills trembled beneath the chariots as the iron wheels drew near. Every valley heard their thunder, every village tasted fear. Dust rose high above the riders, darkening the morning light. And the people watched the mountains, certain none could win the fight. I thought the hills would bow before them, I thought the wheels would never stop. Then heaven shook the ground beneath them, and the chariots lost their path. Hills trembled beneath the chariots, grace stood with the weak. Mercy heard the frightened villages before their mouths could speak. What had come with iron thunder could not conquer or intimidate. God arose against oppression, hills trembled beneath the every wheel had crushed a harvest, every horse had crossed a grave, every ruler called a conquest when he stole from those enslaved. I had feared the sound of armies, fear the banners on the heights, but the Lord can turn the landscape against those who worship might. Not by armies of our making, not by weapons we had bought, but by God who moved creation, the proud chariots were caught. Hills trembled beneath the chariots, grace stood with the weak. Mercy heard the frightened villages before their mouths could speak. What had come with iron thunder could not conquer or intimidate. God arose against oppression, hills trembled beneath the chariots. Shake the wheels of every tyrant, shake the ground beneath their pride. Guard the homes of all the helpless, stand forever at their side. If the hills begin to tremble, if the iron fills my sight, let me trust the God of justice who can stop the strongest might. Hills trembled beneath the chariots, grace stood with the weak. Mercy heard the frightened villages before their mouths could speak. What had come with iron thunder could not conquer or intimidate. God arose against oppression, hills trembled beneath the chariots. Hills tremble mourning. Whoa. Hills trembled beneath the chariots, but the morning found them still. For the Lord had broken iron at the bottom of the hill. Sank into the mud when the battlefield turned red. Every ruler lost his splendor, every boast lay with the dead. What had glittered in the palace now was buried in the flood, and the rain exposed how fragile were the crowns beneath the mud. I thought the thrones would stand forever, I thought the names were carved in blood. Then heaven humbled every kingdom, iron crowns sank into the mud. crush the poor and brave. I had envied human power, I had dreamed of royal blood, till the Lord revealed its ending, iron crowns beneath the mud. Not every crown deserves our reverence, every ruler should be trusted. Only God remains unshaken when the proud return to dust. Iron crowns sank into the mud. Iron crowns sank into the mud. Grace stood over every throne. Mercy lifted up the lowly. Kings had left to die alone. What had ruled through fear and violence lost its glory in the flood. God alone remained exalted. Iron crowns sank into the mud.
Take the crown within my spirit. Take the throne I built from pride.
Let me never seek dominion over those you placed beside. If ambition starts to rule me, if my heart demands their blood, let me see the end of kingdoms, iron crowns beneath the mud.
Iron crowns sank into the mud. Grace stood over every throne.
Mercy lifted up the lowly. Kings had left to die alone. What had ruled through fear and violence lost its glory in the flood. God alone remained exalted. Iron crowns sank into the mud.
Iron crowns sank into the mud.
And their glory could not last, for the Lord alone stood sovereign when the storm of judgment passed. Jericho watched the seventh march from the towers above the plain. Every soldier mocked the silence, every gate ignored the strain. 6 long days had passed without them raising sword or flaming torch. Then the morning held its breathing. Jericho watched the seventh march. I thought obedience looked foolish. I thought the weight had left no mark. Then heaven counted every footstep. Jericho watched the seventh march. Jericho watched the seventh march. Grace circled every wall. Mercy walked beside the faithful, waiting for the stones to fall. What had stood against the promise could not stop the final me trust when walls remain. Let obedience be my weapon through the waiting and the pain. When the final trumpet rises, when your voice becomes the spark, let my faith be found still marching like the seventh round of Jericho. Jericho, watch the seventh march. Grace circled every wall. Mercy walked beside the faithful, waited for the stones to fall. What had stood against the promise could not stop the final charge. God was working through the silence. Jericho, watch the seventh march. Trumpet filled the air. What the walls that mocked the promise could no longer stand there. Kneeling soldiers face the storm as the thunder crossed the field. Every helmet caught the rainfall. Every hand released its shield. There were armies on the hillside. There was darkness taking form. Still they bow before the Father. Kneeling soldiers face the storm. I thought the brave would stand defiant. I thought no warrior bent his form. Then mercy taught us strength through surrender. Kneeling soldiers face the storm. Kneeling soldiers face the storm. Grace stood in the rain. Mercy met their shaking spirit before battle brought its pain. What looked weak became a fortress. What looked broken was reborn. God received their fear and worship. stood in the rain. Mercy met their shaking spirits before battle brought its pain. What looked weak became a fortress. What looked broken was reborn. God received their fear and worship. Kneeling soldiers faced the storm. Kneeling soldiers faced the storm. Kneeling soldiers faced the storm. Then the clouds released the morn. For the Lord had stood among them while they prayed beneath the storm. Pray beneath the storm. Lamps burned inside the fortress while the siege surrounded all. Every window held a promise, every flame defied the wall. Outside armies filled the darkness, inside children feared the dawn. Still the keepers fed the lanterns, and the little lights lived on. I thought the night would swallow courage, I thought despair would cross the fortress, and mercy burned in hidden chambers. Lamps burned inside the fortress. Lamps burned inside the fortress. Grace glowed through the night. Mercy gave the weary city one more reason to hold tight. What the enemy surrounded could not darken or distort us. God preserved the flame of promise. Lamps burned inside the fortress. So we're given final portions of the oil they kept at home. Some had walked through empty hallways, lighting lamps where fear had grown. I had searched the sky for rescue, for an army to support us. But the Lord began with small lights, burning deep inside the fortress. Not every hope arrives with thunder, not every sign appears enormous. Sometimes God protects a kingdom through the lamps inside the fortress. Lamps burned inside the fortress. Grace glowed through the night. Mercy gave the weary city one more reason to hold tight. What the enemy surrounded could not darken or distort us. God preserved the flame of promise. Lamps burned inside the fortress. Keep the lamp within me burning, keep the oil within my soul. Let me shine when fear surrounds me, let your presence make me whole. If the siege continues longer, if the darkness stands before us, let the faithful guard the flame. Let lamps burn inside the fortress. Lamps burn inside the fortress. Grace glowed through the night. Mercy gave the weary city one more reason to hold tight. What the enemy surrounded could not darken or distort us. God preserved the flame of promise. Lamps burned inside the fortress. Lamps burned inside the fortress till the morning crossed the wall, and the city learned the darkness could not overcome. silent when the final banners fell. No more arrows crossed the twilight, no more captains rang the bell. Then a slower rhythm started from the city's broken door, and the hills received our sorrow. Mourning drums echoed after war. I thought the end would sound like triumph, I thought the crowds would ask for more. Then grief replaced the songs of conquest. Mourning drums echoed after war. Mourning drums echoed after war. Mourning drums echoed after war. Grace walked among the slain. Mercy held the grieving families, standing quietly in the rain. What the victory songs had hidden rose from every wounded shore. God remained beside the mourners. Mourning drums echoed after war. Whoa, mourning drums echoed after war. Every beat recalled a brother, every pause recalled a name. Every widow heard a footstep that would never come again. I had thought the crown of conquest could repay what battle tore, till the drums revealed the emptiness that waited after war. Not every victory brings healing, not every peace restores before. Sometimes mercy starts by listening to the grief that follows war. Mourning drums echoed after war. Mourning drums echoed after war. Grace walked among the slain. Mercy held the grieving families, standing quietly in the rain. What the victory songs had hidden rose from every wounded shore. God remained beside the mourners. Mourning drums echoed after war. Hear the mothers in the silence, hear the children asking why. Hear the soldiers who survived it, still returning there at night. If my heart celebrates too quickly, if I turn away once more, let me stop and share the sorrow when mourning drums echoed after war. Mourning drums echoed after war. Mourning drums echoed after war. Grace walked among the slain. Mercy held the grieving families, standing quietly in the rain. What the victory songs had hidden rose from every wounded shore. God remained beside the mourners. Mourning drums echoed after war. Mourning drums echoed after war. The Bethel grew silence, hear the children asking more, and the Lord stayed with his people while mourning drums echoed after war. As we stumbled through the pass, every soldier carried someone. Every mile could be his last. Behind us protected every footstep. Night rain covered the retreat. Guide me when I must surrender. Ground I fought too long to keep. Teach me when to leave the battle. Teach my pride to bow and weep. If the road behind is burning, if my strength cannot compete, let your wisdom lead me safely while night rain covers the retreat. Night rain cover the retreat. Grace hid us in the storm. Mercy led the broken soldiers far beyond the battle's fall. What had looked like final failure became refuge for the weak. God protected every footstep. Night rain covered the retreat. Night rain covered the retreat. Till the morning found our feet, and the Lord had kept the wounded through the darkness of defeat. The prisoners sang at midnight with their wounds against the storm. Every chain became percussion, every voice refused to groan. Then the earth beneath them trembled, and the torches flickered dim, while the locks released their captives. Prison gates open to the hill. I thought the walls had silence worship. I thought their hope was faint and grim. Then heaven joined the wounded singers. Prison gates open to the hill. Prison gates open to the hill. Grace shook every cell. Mercy turned Let the chains become an instrument for the song you place within. If the walls remain around me, if the night grows cold and grim, I will worship till they tremble. Prison gates open to the hill. Prison gates open to the hill. Grace shook every cell. Mercy turned the captive's praises into thunder through the jail. What is stood to hold them captive could not silence faith in Him. God brought freedom through their worship. Prison gates open to the hill. Prison gates open to the hill. Grace shook every cell. Mercy turned the captive's praises into thunder through the jail. What has stood to hold them captive could not silence faith in Him. God brought freedom through their worship. Prison gates open to the hill. Prison gates open to the hill. Mercy and peace. Mercy turned the captive's praises to hold the line of jail. What has stood to hold them captive could not silence faith in Him. God brought freedom through their worship. Prison gates open to the hill. Prison gates open to the hymn. Sand covered the abandoned camp where the army once had stayed. Empty tents leaned in the desert, broken cups beside the blades. No command remained to guide them, no returning horses stamped. Only wind erased the footprints. Sand covered the abandoned camp. I thought their banners marked forever. I thought their conquest bore a stamp. Then time and desert answered softly. Sand covered the abandoned camp. Sand covered the abandoned camp. Let the kingdoms I have worshipped disappear beneath the tide. If I build my life on conquest, if my glory bears their stamp, let the desert teach my spirit, sand will cover every camp. Sand cover the abandoned camp. Grace outlived every throne. Mercy watched the empty places where the proud had stood alone. What had looked like endless power lost its glory, lost its lamp. God remained beyond the empire. Sand cover the abandoned camp. Sand cover the abandoned camp. And the wind erased its name. But the Lord remained eternal when no trace of army The archer stood upon the wall with one arrow in his hand. Every tower burned behind him, every gate had failed to stand. His fingers shook against the string, his vision blurred through smoke. And before he chose his final mark, a trembling prayer he spoke. I thought his last hope was the arrow, I thought the bow would answer there. Then he raised his eyes to heaven, the archer released his last prayer. came down from horseback when the battle smoke grew thin. He removed his golden helmet and began to walk within. Past the banners of his victory, past the praises men had sounded, he stepped softly through the sorrow. The king walked among the wounded. I thought the throne would keep its distance. I thought the crown remained surrounded. Then mercy crossed the bloody field. The king walked among the wounded. The king walked among the wounded. Grace knelt beside the pain. Mercy touched the fallen soldiers lying helpless in the rain. What the palace called a triumph looked much different on the ground. God revealed the weight of ruling when the king walked among the wounded. He heard soldiers call for mothers. He heard enemies ask for drink. He saw boys beneath the armor, too exhausted even to think. I had thought a king showed greatness by the cities he had founded, but his crown became most worthy when he walked among the wounded. Not by standing above sorrow, not by keeping robes unstained, but by entering human anguish. True authority was named. The king walked among the wounded. Grace knelt beside the pain. Mercy touched the fallen soldiers lying helpless in the rain. What the palace called a triumph looked much different on the ground. God revealed the weight of ruling when the king walked among the wounded. Lead me down from every platform, lead me past the cheering crowd. Let me hear the weak and broken when the voices praise too loud. If my power makes me distant, if my comfort keeps me guarded, let me follow heaven's kingdom. Let me walk among the wounded. The king walked among the wounded. Grace knelt beside the pain. Mercy touched the fallen soldiers lying helpless in the rain. What the palace called a triumph looked much different on the ground. God revealed the weight of ruling when the king walked among the wounded. The king returned without his helmet, and his pride had been confounded, for he learned the cost of victory when he walked among the wounded. The road was long from battle, and the evening air was cold. Every warrior carried someone who would never again grow old. There were no triumphant trumpets, there was no victorious song, only footsteps moving slowly as they carried the fallen home. I thought the living marched for glory, I thought the dead were left alone. The mercy placed them on love that will not flee. Let me honor every person war has turned to memory. If the night becomes too heavy, if the road is paved with stone, place the fallen on our shoulders, we will carry each one home. Warriors carry the fallen, warriors carry the fallen. Grace walked beside the line, mercy honored every soldier. War had taken before his time. What the battlefield had claimed would not be abandoned there alone. God remained within the morning. Warriors carry the fallen home. Warriors carry the fallen. Grace walked beside the line. Mercy honored every soldier. War had taken before his time. What the battlefield had claimed would not be abandoned there alone. God remained within the morning. Warriors carry the fallen the fallen home. The road was long from battle, but nobody lay alone. For the Lord walked with the mourners as they carried the fallen home. Enemy horns cross the valley before the breaking of the morn. Every blast declared invasion, every echo carried scorn. Then the watchmen woke the city, and the towers were adorned, while a deeper sound rose from them. Zion's bells answered the horns. I thought the horns would speak the ending. I thought the city stood forlorn. Then worship rang above the warning. Zion's bells answer the horns. Zion's bells
let your promise sound much louder than the armies at the door. If the enemy announces that my future has been torn, let my worship be the answer. Let the bells reply to horns. Zion's bells answered the horns. Grace rang across the wall. Mercy called the sleeping faithful to prepare and hear the call. What had sounded there for terror meant a song of hope reborn. God awakened all his people. Zion's bells answered the horn. Grace rang across the wall. Mercy called the sleeping faithful to prepare and hear the call. What had sounded there for terror meant a song of hope reborn. God awakened all his people. Zion's bells answer the horns.
Enemy horns crossed the valley, but they did not rule the morn. For the city answered heavenward. Zion's bells